y'all, and welcome to the Healthy by Heather Brown podcast, where I encourage you in healthy mind, body, and spirit through my Sunday reset. Let's get into it. Hey, girl gang, and welcome back to another episode of Healthy by Heather Brown. I am amped today because I had my friend Andrea Snyder on with me today. And y'all, this is such a cool story. I have known her for, oh my gosh, over 10 years at this point. If you know me and you've listened to the show for a while, you know I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And the first time that we ever met was at Pure Barre, which is a ballet bar-based exercise. And I've had Danielle, one of the owners, on the show here. And you guys, like, Andrea is just a ray of sunshine. And then she got to open up her business, which we're going to talk about a little bit today. And just some of the heart behind it, what it looks like to be a business owner who loves health and wellness, who's also in a city that maybe doesn't embrace health in the way that some of the bigger cities do. So I'm so pumped to talk about that. And I think whether you live in Birmingham or abroad, you're going to get something awesome out of this. So with all that said, freaking welcome to you, Andrea.
Hey,
so glad you're here.
Thank you so much. Me too. I love how our worlds have collided again, and also just thought about that point that it's through wellness again. So we met at a fitness studio, and now we're talking nutrition. So
that's right. I love it so much. Well, tell everybody a little bit about your journey with nutrition. Tell them about your business. Tell them what made you want to start it. I always just think it's so interesting to hear the backstory of what got somebody into health and wellness.
Okay. Well, so my husband and I founded Urban Cookhouse in 2010, which is another local brand based out of Birmingham. That was in 2010. And in 2018, we had a real estate opportunity to move one of our Urban Cookhouse locations into a bigger building. It was a little bit too big, so we started scratching our heads, like what could we put in this building with Urban Cookhouse that would complement it but not compete with it? And so we love to travel. We pay attention to like trends and what's going on, and we started seeing like acai popping up around the South, which it's been around California, Hawaii forever. So I believe we were the first acai brand in Birmingham. That was 2018. And we really, from the get-go, wanted it to be a wellness concept. And we were busy, like, right off the bat. And we decided to open a location in Tuscaloosa. So a lot of people don't know this. Like, the first farm bowl and juice company was doing great in Birmingham in this new location. And we decided to give it a go in Tuscaloosa. And it was the ultimate failure. It was only open for a year. And so it's taken me 7 years to get back up and try again. And I attribute a lot of that to what you said about Birmingham not being the healthiest place or the South not being the healthiest place. I feel like people didn't know what acai was. They weren't really eating plant-based yet. They didn't really understand our product or value it, which is fine. I can't be mad at the customers for what they want. But then I just felt this shift in the past couple years. We've just seen more sales growth, percentage wise later in our business being open, because I feel like more people are embracing like what you talk about, more people are concerned about this. And so we decided to give it another go. We just opened our second location in Hoover, which is a suburb of Birmingham. So Here we are. We're still operating Urban Cookhouse. I have a few locations of that, and then 2 locations of Farm Bowl and Juice.
Which, if you have been on my Instagram for any length of time, you've probably seen me post grabbing an Urban Cookhouse salad to go, or talking about, it's a low carb day, so I can't have the orange roll that I absolutely love. But, or seen me and my boys out at the swing that was in the Homewood location. And y'all, it's just such a fresh and cool concept. And Andrea, I'm curious because I know a lot of people are going to listen to this and they maybe don't live in Birmingham, but they drive through Birmingham to get to the beach. And so let me encourage y'all that it's so friendly to stop in and grab juices to go, smoothies to go, and take them to the beach so that you can eat healthy, which I think is awesome. And y'all, it's delicious also. But Andrea, tell everybody a little bit about that journey, because I think that is so indicative of where a lot of moms are right now, where you said, we had that one failure, but I just finally 7 years later got up the courage to try again. So talk to us a little bit about what it looked like to get there, because I think it's going to be so applicable to women that are like, oh, yeah, I've tried the health thing before and it didn't really work out for me and it's just too hard. So what are some of those mindset shifts that you almost had to make that may actually help people in their health and wellness journey too?
Well, I guess from a business aspect, it's just like believing in your brand and like looking around and saying like, we're really good, and looking at other places and being like, if they can do it and that's what they serve, like we know what we put into it. And this may sound cocky, but like we feel like we're the best in our segment. We feel like we're good at this.
Absolutely.
And like we have success running the urban cookhouses. Why can't this concept work? And just seeing the people who love it in Homewood, why can't they love it somewhere else? So just looking at those mistakes. Well, what mistakes did I make in Tuscaloosa? Was it location? Did I not try marketing hard enough? Did I not believe it could work? Was I in a hard time with my kids during that time? They were smaller. And then from a fitness, this is unrelated to business, but I've also, this new Farm Bowl kind of coincided with my fitness journey too. I didn't get on here planning to plug a place, but I've been working out at the cycle studio called Supertone. Okay. And they talk to us a lot about like failure. Like you have to look at that as like your part of the pathway to success and what you can learn from that. And so, I would just say if you believe in it and you've got, sound business plan or, just learn from your failures is what I would say at the end of the day.
So, I mean, what I really take from that, Andrea, is for people that are like, okay, so I tried the fitness thing. I got like, I literally was on a podcast with a girl yesterday and she was like, Heather, I not only fell off the health and wellness bus, but it backed up and ran me over. Like my health and wellness just went off the rails. And I think that is what's so beautiful about places like Farm Bowl, y'all, is that they actually simplify it for you. Whereas maybe if you do self-evaluate, which Andrea, you were so good at just showing how to do that, everything you said, I was like, you could apply that though to your health and wellness journey too. Like, you said believe in your brand, but you have to believe in yourself. Like if God says that you are called and you are chosen and you are his people and he made you beautiful and marvelous, then you are worth pouring into from a health and wellness standpoint. And also you said, what mistakes did I make before? Well, maybe it was, that you thought I can't keep up with cooking 14 meals. Well, there are brands out there like Farm Bowl and Urban Cookhouse that do provide healthy meals. So I think it's just finding different ways to tackle it. But the mindset is everything, to your point. Okay, so now I want to get a little bit more into, you talked about the acai bowls just briefly. For people that are like, yeah, I do see acai bowls everywhere, but what is acai? What are the health benefits of it? Will you share a little bit about that with us?
Yeah. So acai has the most antioxidants of any food in the world, which is why it's also in the superfoods category. And it can only be grown in like certain climates. So most of it, if not all, comes out of the rainforest of Brazil, because as soon as you pick it off of the tree, it perishes. So the Sambazan brothers back in like the early 90s, they figured out how to get it off the tree, flash freeze it, and how to make it taste good. Because think about like a frozen blueberry, like if you blended that up, that's basically what acai is. It doesn't really taste very good like that. So it does have to add either, some banana, apple juice, something like that to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. But we just use a pure acai sorbet, which we use the Sambazan brand, which is organic, fair trade, vegan. It's because there are also some controversy about how acai is harvested and just child labor and unfair practices. So we chose a brand who has all that covered and is committed to the social responsibility of it. But then you just put all your toppings on it. Our brand is plant-based, so fruits. We have supplements you can add to it. It's just a good snack or meal replacement. And that's just one of the products. And the best seller on our menus definitely are acai bowls.
Okay, I'm not surprised because they are very good. Well, and let me just say that I just literally went to ChatGPT and said, break down what an antioxidant is, like I'm 5 years old. And so it said, imagine your body as a playground. When kids play, sometimes toys get broken. That's like free radicals or little troublemakers in your body that can hurt your cell. Antioxidants, which apparently I didn't know this, acai is the most antioxidant-rich food in the world. So the antioxidants are the superhero friends who run over, fix the broken toys, and stop the troublemakers from causing more damage.
I'm going to use that for my training. I never read that before.
I'm like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. ChatGPT.
Yeah. Really good.
Okay, so tell us, Andrea, a little bit about, if there's a busy mom and she's running in between Target and school drop off and the gym and what have you. And she's like, I know I need to eat a lot of protein, and I know I need to be eating clean. And I'm supposed to be eating less sugar and more fiber.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, we hear all these things all the time thrown at us. What are you telling her to grab on your menu? What's like a staple?
I would go straight to our smoothie category, and I drink one every morning. So the milks that we use everything's unsweetened. So almond milk, coconut milk, and oat milk. And then everything else thrown in there is exactly what it says on the menu. Just fresh fruits and vegetables, from spinach to beets. Like, we have beet powder. So what I do, because I eat low sugar, high protein, which I think is that pretty much the diet that you advocate for,
pretty
Heather?
much. Yeah.
So I just take any of our smoothies and I do no honey. So we decided from the get-go that we were going to not add any refined sugars or any artificial sugars.
Praise the Lord.
So honey is our only sweetener that we have, and it's local honey from East Teboga Farm, which is a rural farm outside of Birmingham. So I would take the honey out and then just add whatever supplements that you need. I add either collagen or vegan protein, and then we have all the nut butters. So if you pretty much know the nutrition of the different ingredients that are going into the smoothie, you can pretty much build, take away, and add to whatever you want. But the way the menu's designed, what's on the menu is really designed around taste. So,
Right.
But if you're looking for nutrition, just modify it whatever you need, and we have everything you need to achieve your goals, I think.
Well, you just do a little mini education. You're the first person I've ever asked this, and I actually feel like this could be really helpful for people. So a lot of times I feel like people think they're going to Smoothie King and they're going to grab a smoothie and run out the door and make a quote unquote healthy choice. But then you look at the sugar content and you're like, what the what? Like, don't look at it, y'all. It's bad usually.
So
tell us what's different. Tell us what's different.
I love that you asked this, because we've been wanting to do like an undercover thing where we go into Smoothie King and we're like, this is what it says and it's what it actually is. But I don't want them to throw shade or negativity, but I guess I am now. So.
Okay, we're saying it in love and in a way that's like, we still love the Smoothie King. Like, my boys love grabbing their smoothie there. Don't get me wrong. But I think when you're trying to make a wise decision and know what's in your food, it's helpful to know what's in there and to look for.
When they say mango, for instance, it's like a mango concentrate syrup, which is usually just sugar. So next time you go into one of these places, look and see if there's actually mango on their line. Are they actually putting mango in it, or are they doing 3 pumps of mango?
See.
And if you come look in our kitchen, you will see nothing but trays of the fresh fruit. What says on the menu is what's in there. So that's the difference. They'll say it's a fruit, but it's actually a fruit concentrate, juice, or some kind of syrup that's manufactured in a factory and then shipped to them for like shelf stability and stuff like that.
Yeah. It kind of makes me want to gag a little bit thinking about it. Thank you for taking the higher road, because it's harder to take the high road on all that. So hard.
Yeah.
So bravo to you for doing that. Okay. So then talk to us about real talk. Sometimes we're choosing between the Chick-fil-A fries or skipping lunch altogether. We're on the go. What makes your menu the no-brainer option for moms who need something fast but actually nourishing?
Well, it's portable. Even our bowls can fit in most cup holders. You can eat it driving down the road. And like I said, you can add the supplements to it to get the nutrition and the filling that you need. Our smoothies come in 32 ounce, so pretty big. So that's what I would say, is that it's on the go, it's easy, it's quick, really quick. Like, I would say, I mean, if you ever waited longer than 5 minutes, I'm putting you on the spot, but it's really fast. Especially if you call it in or order online, it'll be ready when you get there, but it's super quick.
I totally agree with that. And yes, I do usually call ahead because you're on the road. It's like you might as well. So, okay, now I'm going to switch you a little bit over to the supplements. So I know that natural supplements can feel intimidating to people, especially when they're first, getting started. And a lot of times people think like, okay, am I just peeing it out? Like, is this actually working? So how do you guys use supplements in your bowls and juices in a way that actually supports mom's energy and health? Which ones do you recommend in general for women that are like, I don't even know where to start with supplements?
Okay, it just depends on what they're looking for. But we have stuff that I believe other places don't, like guarana powder, which is for energy.
Okay.
We have activated charcoal, which is for detoxification. And then we have the colostrum, the collagen, the vegan protein. We have a beet powder for muscle recovery. We have bee pollen for immunity. And right in front of the register at both locations, there is a cheat sheet. It says natural supplements. It tells what it's good for and how many grams of protein is in each one.
Oh,
So
I
they
love
can
that.
read that and decide, what they're looking for.
Okay, and I do feel like you've mentioned a couple times, so I do want to sit on it for a minute. I feel like I have educated until I was blue on the face on collagen, but could you give like a 1 sentence summary on collagen, and then can you tell us why colostrum is beneficial? Because those are such hot buzzwords.
Well, the collagen, I like it because it's tasteless, and you can put it in coffee. So we had a couple customers who were like, will you please add this online so we can add it to our coffee? So it can be shot in, even if you don't want to eat, like, or you're not ready for a smoothie, it can be put in anything. And then the colostrum, it's one that I'm going to be totally honest with you, I haven't tried it yet.
No way. Okay.
I have not. Okay. I think you would be, what do you think? Like compared to colostrum and collagen, what are the differences?
Yeah, I mean, I would say if I was quickly summarizing it, I'm sure I could do a much deeper dive on this and give you a more specific answer. But collagen is really good for your hair, skin, nails, and joints typically. I know that colostrum can have a side effect to being good for specifically your hair growth and or nails.
Mm-hmm.
But I mainly think about colostrum for immunity boosting. Is that correct? Do you think that too?
Yeah, that's right. And then we have the bee pollen too. And then the other one I didn't mention is spirulina.
Okay.
Which you had a whole episode about that. And
so I
would say it's, and that the episode it is the most nutrient dense thing in the world. Like, however, it does have a taste.
Yes. Yes, it does.
But if you can get past it, put it in there.
Yes, I will say when I have those tabs, I literally put them in my tongue and I swallow real fast. She was like, you can add it as a topping on your salad. And I was like, absolutely not. I would not do that.
Yeah.
So funny. But it is, incredible for you. So yes, I'm so glad y'all have that. And I also feel like it is worth mentioning, Andrea, you may not know this, but I just got my Christian health coach certification through Jordan Rubin's programming. And one of the things that he does say is that one of the only sweeteners that he does recommend is honey. So I love that you have that there as an option, because it's like, well, God designed that, so it's naturally occurring in nature. The problem with all the sugars is when we mess it up with all the manufacturing and all the added junk.
Yep.
So anyway, okay, so now moving on a little bit we mentioned briefly your juices. Can you break down what cold press juicing means in mom language? Like, why should I care if my juice is cold pressed versus just grabbing something off the grocery shelf?
Okay, so when you macerate produce, maceration is a fancy word for blend it up, cut it up with like a blade, you are breaking down the fibers and the enzymes of that, whatever nutrients are in that fruit or vegetable. So we have to lightly cut it up a little bit just so it gets loose and then it goes into like a huge, so imagine like 3 feet by 3 feet mesh bag. So think about like a pineapple. Cut up some pineapple, you throw it in that bag, and then on either side of that bag is 2 plates that press it together with thousands of tons of pressure. And so you're pressing the juice out instead of chopping it up to get it out. Okay. And so you're not adding heat to it. Like when you heat broccoli, you're pulling out some of the nutrients, whereas if you ate raw broccoli, same concept. And so all of our juices are like a cocktail. So we have like a green machine. It's like spinach and spirulina in it. Then we add a little pear to make it palatable and make a cocktail that tastes good. And we have 8 different 16-ounce cold pressed juices that are made fresh every day.
What's your favorite one?
I like the hustle juice. It's got beets and a ginger bite to it.
Okay.
Like a red juice. I love the way the ginger tastes. So I like the hustle juice.
I love a beet juice, and I also love a green juice too. And this is so weird. I had to get used to it in the beginning, but now I feel like I just crave that. And I'm like, I want to smell the dirt. Like it almost like feels dirty and earthy, but now my body craves it. I love it so much. So, one quick note. I don't know if you remember this, Andrea. This is so like such a throwback, but back in the day at Pure Barre, a bunch of us instructors were so into juicing, and we would have like juicing parties, and you guys would come over and we'd be grabbing your juices all the time. And, you know, in between our breaks or whatever, it was like run down, grab a juice, come back, teach, whatever. But we did find that you have to brush your teeth after having a juice because there's so much natural sugar in the juices that some of us started getting cavities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like crazy. And maybe we just have bad teeth. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, good to know. Every time one of my girlfriends like got several the next time she went back to the dentist, we were in that heavy phase. So she was like, okay, I'm going to adjust just slightly here. So anyway, I thought that was funny. Okay, so I know we're quickly running out of time. I love that Farm Bowl isn't just about food. You guys give back too. And I love a lot of this. You've alluded a little bit to the sustainable practices and trying to support local farmers, but do you mind just sharing a little bit more about the heart behind your collabs and the heart behind why you do what you do and why when, you know, we're going in there, it's like, yes, you're doing something good for your body, but you can also feel good about what you're supporting.
Yes. So, yeah, I think every little thing that we do touches on that. So we do buy from local farmers. So if it's on our menu and it's local, it's in season in Alabama, we're getting it locally. So right now it's watermelon. Wheatgrass is year-long. We do wheatgrass wellness shots. The honey is year-long, local. And we get our coffee from Seeds Coffee, which is a local roaster in Birmingham. And then the rest of the season, we're getting watermelon right now, but we won't have that local watermelon until, you know, July, August comes back around and it's local in our state. And then we have been giving back through our limited time offers. We've been doing this for about 1.5 years, and we're having so much fun with it. And we're getting so many opportunities to help people through this. Like, people are coming to us now. But the way it works is, and basically, so my marketing coordinator, Bella, she is younger than me, so she knows everything that's happening and going on, trendy. She told me about Erewhon. You know about Erewhon? Erewhon, Los Angeles, the grocery store.
No.
Oh, girl, you got to follow them. Okay.
I'm like, tell me more. I'm not young and hip either.
I'll text you. I think it's spelled Erewhon. And it's this super bougie grocery store in Los Angeles.
I have heard about
You've seen them. Okay.
Okay.
They did the Hailey Bieber smoothie. Okay.
Yes,
and they sold like 40,000 smoothies in a month or something. And so, and you've seen this. This is very popular, especially on social platforms. It's just get into a partnership with somebody and you got double the reach and you co-brand things. But we added a third piece with ours, which is every special item, a portion of that item goes to a charity, which also ties in with the branding. And so we've been doing $1 per item. So our biggest one we've done is one we're doing now with Lulu Gribbon. She's a local girl who got bit by a shark a little more than 1 year ago, and she's recovered and doing amazing things, and she's just an inspiration story in our community. And Lululemon came on board with us, and we did a smoothie called the Lulu Lemonade. We're doing $1 towards her foundation to help the research behind the technology for prosthetic limbs and people who need prosthetics.
I love that.
So, but I think, and we're keeping up with our number, but it's just so fun to see like how much we're able to give back by, and then we're helping other businesses. So sometimes we choose like an influencer person or somebody like you to help us with it. And sometimes it's a local business. And so we're co-branding and we're helping help both of our businesses and help a charity. And we get to come up with all these fun new menu items. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. That's just something new, less than 2 years old.
Which, about Andrea and I were talking about this briefly off air via email and stuff, but we're hoping to eventually do that also. So y'all stay tuned. I'm hoping to do some kind of event or fund something. We'll do some kind of HP squared, Healthy by Heather Brown X Farm Bowl and figure it all out. So y'all be on the lookout for that, hopefully in the coming little bit. So yay, I'm excited.
Yeah, and then we always like to let our collaborator choose the charity that's near and dear to them, as long as it's something that we believe in too, and that gets everybody on board and buy-in. So
I know my audience already knows this, but I have such a warm place in my heart for the Well House. They just are an organization that we as a community, the Girl Gang, give back to every year, and so they are always someone that I love to shout out when I can because they're doing such meaningful work. So.
We did one with them before, the Ocean Eyes smoothie, and it was one of our, if not. This Lulu Lemonade is the most popular, but it's our second.
I love that. So great. So
Yep.
great.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, Andrea, I know that we talked briefly about this earlier. And so I'm going to ask you this and then I'll do my wrap up question. But will you maybe, as a business owner in Birmingham and knowing how Birmingham has struggled sometimes to keep up with some of the health and wellness trends, I feel like it's so important that people like you are doing the work that you're doing to be willing to advocate for moving that ball forward. Do you mind telling us maybe just like some ways that we within cities, and I know other people are listening to this in the middle of, Texas or Idaho or wherever, and they're like, same struggle. What are some of the things that you feel like you've done that have helped keep pushing the needle forward on health and wellness becoming more abundant in Birmingham?
Yeah. Well, I think you got to make it accessible and fun, and sometimes kind of trick people into not thinking they're eating.
Yeah.
Because if you come out there as you're like, we never say the word vegan because
Yeah.
I think it's a scary word and you're going
Totally.
to turn off a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I think
Wise.
by just letting people know that it can taste good, it is going to make you feel good, and not present it in like a pretentious way that's like, I'm super low sugar, super low carb, I never make any mistakes. No, you can't put a banana in that smoothie because it spikes your blood sugar. Like, you just got to have some balance to it, because you can't be for everybody if you're going to be super strict. But then you can also have access to all these natural supplements and modify anything to make it what you need it to be, but try to, present what you're trying to push in a way that's for everyone.
Yes. Okay. I love that. Good advice. I'm like, I'm right there with you there. I feel like we're like linking arms, like fighting the good fight together here in the Healthy by Heather Brown community. X Farm Ball.
Yep.
Oh, so good. Okay. Well, Andrea, tell everybody, I guess, like, is there anything else that you want to include or let them know before I send you the wrap up question?
I would love for y'all to go check out our website, see what we do, check out our social, us Farm Bowl and Juice Company. We would love to start growing this brand throughout the Southeast and are currently selling franchises. And we have an amazing team. It's super simple concept. You don't have to have a restaurant background. I'll tell you this, we just opened that business the next day, I could walk away and the staff knows what they're doing. Now, I'm still in there, like, we're having to do a lot of marketing, a lot of other things, but from an operations standpoint, we're going to give you all the training that you need. So if you're interested in that, there's a form on our website to fill out, and I'd love to talk to you.
Amazing. I love that. And tell them your Instagram handle and all the things too.
Okay, the Instagram is at Farm Bowl Juice.
Cool.
No ands, no co's, just Farm Bowl Juice. And then the website is Farm Bowl and, spell out and, juiceco.com.
Perfect. That way, if you're interested in that, you can make sure and see all the behind the scenes and the highlights. And I mean, it's so good. So highly recommend. And also, so Andrea, I always ask everybody at the end of every episode, because we always talk about the Sunday reset around here. So how do you personally, or you and your husband, reset?
Okay. I have a secret, and my employees are going to now have me figured out, but I only check my email once a day. But now, like Bella and Laura, they've found a way around it. Like, if I needed her to know something, then I take a screenshot and I text her. But I just go through all my emails at once, handle everything, and then I'm done with that. Yeah. And then I go to my to-do list, because if I get bogged, I'll just be emailing all day and never get anything done that I really need to do. So
yes, I so agree with that.
That's my reset, and I don't really check them on the weekends. I also feel like if it's an emergency, they will text me.
That's so true. Yeah,
or
people
call who need me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I just saw the stat that said something about the most successful leaders of, I mean, the big companies in the United States. So we're talking about, like big brands, that they only spend something crazy like 10% of the time of their time on things that move the needle. And so if that is the case, like, how much more could you really get done if you took the time to be focused on tasks and turn off your social media notifications, turn off your email notifications? I'm actually the same as you. I usually check my email one time during the day, And then I do usually check it one more time before I log off. So I might, the first time I sit down on my computer for the day and then right before I log off for the day or what have you. But I think that's vital. And I've become such a big fan of do not disturb as well when I'm trying to get work done. So,
or just set off notifications for things that you don't need to be notified about.
Truly.
Like group me. I'm an anti-group me.
Yes, that's all my school wants to use. And I'm like, one more group me notification is going to send me.
Somebody will be like, did you see this? And I'll just say no. And like, oh, well, your daughter needs to wear red today. And I'm like, oops, she didn't. And it's not the end of the world.
She will survive. Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Andrea. It was a joy to have you. I hope you have an awesome day. And thank you so much for sharing your wealth of knowledge and your incredible menu with us.
All right. So fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Here at the Healthy by Heather Brown Show, we're on a mission to help women take back their health, mind, body, and spirit God's way. No woo-woo, new age fluff, or mainstream nonsense. In a world pushing quick fixes and burnout, we're choosing real wellness, intentional living, and faith-filled confidence. This show is for you, sister, and it's made possible by this incredible community. If you believe in this mission, here's how you can help. 1, pause and leave a 5-star review. It's free and makes a huge impact. Share with a bestie who needs this message. 3, support the mission financially. Every little bit helps. Links for PayPal and Venmo are in the show notes. Let's rise up and change the culture, showing the world what healthy, empowered, faith-filled women really look like. Okay, friend, that's a wrap on this week's episode. If you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure to screenshot this episode, share it to your stories, and tag @Healthy by Heather Brown so I can connect with you in my DMs. It truly brings me so much joy to see how these episodes impact you. Make sure to subscribe so we can see you back here next Tuesday for our weekly show. In case you don't know, your downloads, ratings, and reviews are the actual lifeblood of this podcast, and it helps spread the word to your friends and family. So please hit the download button on this episode and leave a 5-star rating if you super loved it. And if we're really BFFs, you'll spread the happy and text this podcast link to someone who needs to hear it today for some encouragement. Scroll down to the show notes on this episode to see any and all links mentioned, freebies to fuel your health goals, prayer-related episodes, and the 7-day free trial of my exclusive membership where I personally coach and cheer you on in whole health. While you're there, make sure to check out my Amazon storefront with healthy snacks, my favorite look for less workout outfits, and books and devotionals that challenge me in my faith. If you ever need to find my Amazon storefront, just Google Healthy by Heather Brown Amazon and it will come up. Have a great day, girl gang.